Today I wanted to talk about the meaningful iconography of the Ouroboros. So the Ouroboros is a image of either a snake or a dragon, and it's in a circular form where the snake or the dragon is actually eating its own tail. Some of the earlier depictions, the tail was just near the mouth, it wasn't necessarily eating the tail. So what I wanted to talk about is what is the symbolism, because I think iconography is really helpful in understanding deeper meanings, and with a lot of the symbolism that we see in different spiritual traditions, it's quite deep and it can be quite powerful. So the first is the circle represents the eternal cycle of life, where we are born, get older, die, born, get older, die. We can also look at the cycles of lessons in our life that continue to arise. As a therapist, oftentimes what I'll talk to people about is the importance of recognizing the cycle to prevent yourself from becoming discouraged. Because what happens is we're taught that life is kind of, there's a beginning and there's an end, but it tends to be very cyclical. So, for example, if I'm working with someone, I might use the example of if I was to turn left and just keep going left, at some point, because our world is round, it's a circle, I would actually come back to where I started. And this is what happens in our internal world with the things that we're working with, the difficulties that appear. Is it's all cyclical. We make progress and then we return, and then at that return is to help us deepen our understanding. Oftentimes, when people return, they get really discouraged and feel that they're regressing, and they often give up. Another example of what this represents is self sufficiency. So the snake is consuming its own waste and therefore able to continue to function self sufficient. This is helpful representation of the necessity for us to turn away from the external world, blaming and trying to understand our life through the external world, and moving inward and understanding our inner world, our inner problems. And finally, it represents the unity of all things. So there's an interconnectedness within all things in the universe, and this represents that. You can also think of the symbol of the yin and the yang, where both light and dark exist together, and within each side, if it's the dark side, light is a little circle of lights in the bottom. If it's the light side, if it's the light side, then a little symbol of dark represents in that symbol. So the idea is the importance of um, connecting with and owning all aspects of the self and all aspects of what appears in our life. So I hope that that's helpful, and I hope that next time you see an Ouroboros, it maybe means a little bit more to you.